Here is how I went from looking like this to looking like this and building my dream physique, going from 85 kg all the way up to 100 kg. So, from when I was a young guy, I always wanted to get in shape. I think around 16 was when I wanted to get in shape. Right? I remember looking at certain people thinking, I want to look like that. But I never took the action. Eventually, I started working out around aged 18, I would say. And I would go to the gym. I would really try my best. But I was never consistent. Try and work out, but I just wouldn't seem to get the results I wanted. I was neglecting my diet. All of that stuff there, man. Most of you guys can probably relate to me. I just wasn't fully committed to it. So the years go on and I'm trying to get in shape. You know, I'm working out, but I'm just not, like I said, taking it serious. The main area was my diet. There was lack of confusion, lack of certainty. I was confused. There was other things in my way. But ultimately, I just wasn't fully committed to it. I didn't truly want this physique that I saw in my mind. And I would always seem to get to certain points where I'd get in good shape and then I'd bring it back down. I would sabotage it, right? I would call it back down to what was my identity, how I saw myself. Remember, guys, the person you see is the person you will always be. I always saw myself as a skinny guy. I always saw myself as a guy who was not in shape. So this goes on for years, bearing in mind. Working out, not really training the way I should be, slowing it down, sometimes eating my macros, sometimes not. Never being consistent, never being committed. Now, it got to this point, fast forward, I had been traveling around South and Central America, Colombia, Costa Rica, Mexico. And I was in Mexico City at the time. And I had started to have success in my online businesses and I was making money online. And I was living my dream life, right? I was traveling the world, I had freedom, all of this stuff. But I knew in my heart there was something missing. I knew it. And it was my health and fitness. It was my physique. I was not happy with it. I was not proud of myself. And at this time, I decided I'm going to invest in a coach. So I go ahead and I find an online coach who was Wes Watson. If you guys know Wes Watson, you know this guy is a savage, right? I had been watching his content a year prior to that, and then I stopped watching him. And the year before I had been watching him, he had just came out of prison, and I would see him doing his videos, just walking to the park, you know, sitting at the park bench, filming videos, stuff like that. The year later after I saw him, he was living in a penthouse. He had a Rolls Royce. He was living the dream life. He was just extremely successful. And I was like, this is the guy I'm going to hire. He was a fitness and mindset coach. So I hired him as a coach when I was in Mexico City. Like I said, I'd been making excuses. I hadn't been working out. But around the same time when I found Wes, I saw how he had been waking up at 2:45 every morning. And this inspired me to start waking up early as well. So I started waking up at 4:30 every morning. So one morning I wake up and I check my phone and I had a message from Wes and he had sent me the workout plan and the diet plan. So I'm like, cool. I'll start when I'm back in London. I'm going back in like 2 weeks. It's cool. And then I caught myself realizing, bro, when are you going to stop fucking lying to yourself? When are you going to stop with the excuses? You say you want to get in shape. You say you want to live this life, but your actions don't align with that. And in that moment there, I remember I made a decision that I'm going to commit to getting in the best shape of my life. And that day, I went and got my gym gear on, got my trainers on, and I ran to the gym nearby me. And from that day forward, I did not miss a workout for over 1 year. And still to this day, I work out 5 to 6 times a week. My diet is on point, and I've built my dream physique. Now, I want you to understand this though, guys. You're probably sitting there wondering, going, what was the workout plan, right? What was the diet plan? The reality is, for all those years prior till I truly committed to getting in shape, I knew the workout plan. I knew the diet plan. I knew it, guys, and so do you. It's a Google search away. All I've got to do is tell you, look, go in an 8 to 12 rep range, right? Progressively overload on the weights, focus on compound lifting, isolation, you can go for higher reps. Diet, figure out your calories online, find a calorie calculator. If you're skinny, bulk. If you're fat, get lean and then bulk. You get the point though. It's very simple. It can be figured out within 30 minutes. The reason I was not getting the results that I wanted is because of my mindset. I wasn't committed to it. I didn't make a firm decision that this is going to be the life that I live. This is what I'm going to commit to. This is now a lifestyle. This isn't something I just want to get. Do you see what I'm saying to you guys? So wherever you are right now in your fitness journey, are you fully committed to it? Or are you just kind of going through the motions? You kind of want it, but you know you're not pushing yourself in your workouts. You're not progressively overloaded. You're not eating the right foods. And you're going to sit there and go, yeah, but John, I don't know what to do. I'm confused. That's a fucking bullshit excuse, because I used to do that. The funny thing is, when I signed up with Wes, the workout plan was very similar to the one I had already known what to do. The diet plan, I had already known what to do. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I already knew what to do, but I wasn't being the version of myself who got in shape. I wasn't being disciplined. I wasn't being consistent. I wasn't being confident in myself. I wasn't being committed. Most people are trying to get in shape. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I'm going to become confident. Then I'm going to become disciplined. Then I'm going to become consistent. It doesn't work like that, guys. You don't do to be to have. You be, then you do, and then you have the result. So you need to question, who do you need to be? Who do you need to be in order to get the physique that you dream of in your mind? And this was another big lesson for me on my fitness journey. When I started off, I didn't understand this concept. So I started working out every day, but I was still just waking up using discipline, using force, pushing myself to go there. And what I've learned over time, it was funny because I documented my first 100 days of my fitness journey on Instagram. So I would upload every single day working out. And when I got back to day 100, I looked back on the whole 100 days, and I remember looking at all the videos from the whole 100 days going, that guy's a fucking savage. Like, he's actually killing it. But for those whole 100 days, I didn't realize that's who I was. Understanding the self-image, it states the person you see is the person you will be. And what I realized in that moment, I was like, who I was a disciplined man. I was a consistent person. I was confident. I was proud of myself. That's when the biggest shift happened in my life. Because up until then, I was just doing. And it got me results. But what took me to the next level was shifting my identity in the way I viewed myself. Now that I see myself as somebody who is a bodybuilder, somebody who consistently works out, somebody who's proud of themselves, somebody who is disciplined, because I see myself as that, the person I see is the person I always am, the person I always being, right? So it starts off like this. You go, I do, therefore I am. I go to the gym, I am confident. I go to the gym, I am proud of myself. But when you get to this level, guys, where you can shift that and you go, I am, so I do. Because let me ask you, right? When you feel your most confident self, isn't that when you want to go to the gym? When you feel your most disciplined self, isn't that when you want to go to the gym? When you feel your most proud self, isn't that when you want to go to the gym? 100%. When you're focused on just doing, there's so much effort and force and struggle involved in that. You have to push yourself to get there. When you're coming from the paradigm of I am, there's a pull. It's just, of course I'm going to do this. This is who I am. So yesterday is a prime example of this. I woke up in the morning, 5:45, follow my morning routine. I get ready for the day. I do my deep work. And then I went and done boxing training. So I'd done an hour of boxing training. And then I had to go home and I had 7 back-to-back calls. And in the evening came and it was 8 p.m. and I still hadn't worked out yesterday. But I realized in that moment, I was like, I want to work out. There's no force or effort involved in this. I want to work out. I want to go to the gym because it's who I am. I am a proud version of myself. I am confident. I am disciplined. So I do the things aligned with my identity and the way I see myself. I went to the gym last night, 8 p.m., finished at around 9:30, crushed my workout. It's normal. It's who I am, like I said. But it was easy. There was no effort involved. There was no struggle or pushing involved. It was just a pull. Of course I'm going to do this. This is who I am. So if you want to get in the best shape of your life, guys, stop focusing on doing. Start focusing on being. I want you to define who is that version of you who's in the best shape of their life. You know, who really are they? Describe them. For me, I started to write down they weigh 100 kg. They're 10% body fat. They are disciplined. They are consistent. They are focused. They are confident. They are proud. They're a fucking savage. They're relentless. And when I started to write this down and envision this version of myself and see it in my mind crystal clear, the more I started to act like that. The more you can define who you need to be, the easier it will be for you to act from that identity of yourself. Like I said, the person you see is the person that you will be. So instead of worrying about what workout plan you need to do and what diet you need to follow, first of all, define the version of yourself that you need to be. Once you define who you need to be, then it will be 100 times easier to figure out what you need to do. It will come second nature to you. Finding the workout plan will be so easy. Doing the right diets will become so easy. If I see myself as somebody who values their health, somebody who is in shape, somebody who is healthy, why would I eat junk food? I wouldn't, because it's not who I am. So the more you define this version of yourself, the easier it will be for you to act in alignment with that. Stop focusing on doing and start focusing on being. With that being said, inside brotherhood.co, I'm going to show you exactly how to get in the best shape of your life. I'm going to show you how to define this version of yourself that you need to be. And on top of that, I'm going to show you the best workout plans to follow and the diet plans to follow to pack on muscle and build the physique of your dreams. Remember, guys, stop focusing on doing, start focusing on being. I'll see you in the next video. Follow me on Instagram @JohnGab. And as always, no slacking.